Thank you very much for speaking to ag.co.uk. The last time we spoke, it was the eve before the Cheltenham Festival. You obviously spoke in very much of high regard of Put the Kettle On, and she kept up a remarkable course and distance record. She just doesn't know when she's beat round there, does she?
No, it's amazing her record around Cheltenham. And look, if you're a 2 mile chaser and you want to excel at a track, she's picked the right one anyway, because now she's a champion chaser and the only mare to do it. And fantastic mare, fantastic.
And even in the wake of Cheltenham, I mean, your own personal form has been sublime. You know, I think it's 4 wins from your last 6 rides, something so obviously very, very important to keep that momentum in the wake of the festival, particularly, you know, with these bigger meetings at the likes of Aintree and Sandown further on later this month. That momentum it doesn't seem to have halted for yourself on a personal level.
No, it's gone well. All these horses are flying, and a few outside winners as well. So yeah, look, it's been a great year all in all since I've been back from injury. So hopefully we can continue the good run, basically.
Absolutely right. And it would be very hard to speak to you, Aidan, and not obviously allude to the recent retirement of Richard Johnson, a 4-time champion jockey, I think second only to Sir Anthony McCoy in terms of the number of National Hunt winners, and someone I'm sure that you were close enough to in the weighing room, and maybe just a few words on him and his achievements as a National Hunt rider.
Yeah, look, like if you just read all the the tributes to him since he's retired, you can see like how high regard he was held in. And look, he was just the most fantastic ambassador for us jockeys. And look, it's great that he came out on his own terms, and we're all delighted that he's walking away. And like, what a career. I rang him earlier because I said I'd give it a couple of days before I left him, because I knew he'd be inundated with well wishes and all that kind of stuff. And look, we just hope we see plenty of him, because he was great for racing, and hopefully he can continue to be that way. An absolute just diamond of a man, brilliant, the best.
Absolutely right. And like I say, almost a bit of a shame in a way that obviously of all his achievements, the Grand National was only that final piece of the puzzle perhaps that was missing. But like you say, you'd be a hard man to take any gloss off what he's achieved. A fantastic career. But all the focus is now on Merseyside. Aidan, you've got 2 rides on Thursday afternoon, I believe, starting with Phoenix Way in the Manifesto.
Yeah, lovely horse. He started his season really well when he won at Warwick, won a nice race and looked like he was really going to progress. Unfortunately, then Sandown didn't go his way, and he came back with, it halted his season. Yeah. And they needed to back off him and kind of start again, which wasn't ideal, but here we are, and he's kind of ran out of season. To be fair, he's got no options if he doesn't run here. Yeah. He's only got like one other option, and with the ground drying up, we know the Aintree ground is usually lovely. So he's he's a very, very good horse. I promise you that. But this is a very, very good race, and he might be up against it, considering how his season has unfolded, which is unfortunate. Yeah. But look, he's a horse. Hopefully, if he puts in a good clear round and it goes the right way, and he's good experience. He's a horse going forward. It could be a couple of nice races in him down the line.
Absolutely, because he's got some good form. I think he once beat Third Wind over hurdles, who of course went and won at a Rendlesham at Haydock a couple of months ago. A very, very hot renal as well. That was, of course, had the Lisnagar Oscar, the Stayers hurdle winner at the time in that race. And you just think perhaps a bit of better ground, and obviously a step back up in trip will likely play into his favour.
Yeah, the race, everything suits. It's just a very good race. Yeah. He's the lowest rated at 145, which is a good horse, and then I think you've got basically the rest are between 150 and 155 or something in around whatever like ratings at this stage. Whatever they are, and it's just a very, very good race. Yeah, there's 7 runners. He's the outsider. He should be, I suppose, on form, but he is a very good horse. But it's just unfortunately for us, it's a very good race.
Absolutely right. I think potentially looking forward to that Aintree hurdle. Of course, 4 Grade 1s on the card, and looking through the card, it's remarkably how competitive it is in the wake of the Cheltenham Festival. But Bruno Storm is a horse who seems to have been really, really primed for this race after a couple of spins over fences in open company. He was absolutely fantastic off top weight at Taunton, and then kind of made the most off that £6 weight receipt from McFabulous at Fontwell in the National Spirit, but still won with plenty in hand, it would appear. And I know Ollie Murphy's been very, very keen on this race kind of throughout the season. Again, another very competitive contest. It is a Grade 1, so we wouldn't expect anything else. But how is he? You kind of sat on him?
I sat him yesterday. Yeah, he's in great form. Look, it's a very, very good race. As you said, it's very competitive. There's a lot of horses with chances. I think the favourite will probably flip. I see it's Abracadabras as we speak. Yeah. It could change back to McFabulous, which it was yesterday. They're struggling to find an out kind of winner at the moment. It's a very, very good race, but he hasn't looked back since he's gone over hurdles. All these horses are flying, and I expect him to really be in the money. If he doesn't, I'm not saying he's going to win, but I expect him to be in the money. And if he isn't, I think he probably hasn't ran his race, to be honest.
Yeah, I think obviously a couple of the horses in the field you've obviously ridden before, the likes of Bouvedere, a two-time champion hurdle winner who's about 11-1 in the betting or something. So that just goes to show the depth.
Sure, and I think and Song for Someone as well. Like, he's a very, very good horse. He's had a great year. Probably didn't run his race the last day at Wincanton for whatever reason, but look, he's back, and I think the up and trip will suit him as well, and he's won with another chance.
Yeah, I came down to shout you at Cheltenham. Do you remember that day, the international hurdle?
Yeah. Silver Streak, which is very good form, isn't it? I know Silver Streak is in this race again, but I don't think conditions are probably to suit him. He'd like to track in the ground, but whether 2.5 is his cup of tea, I don't know. But so that was good form from from Song for Someone. So look, he's one that's probably slightly big in the betting as well. That could arguably be shorter.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a race, even though it's kind of 4 furlongs longer than the Champion Hurdle route. It always seems to be that kind of post-Champion Hurdle race. And even without the likes of Honeysuckle and Epatons and Charger, as you quite rightly say, it's a very, very hot run. It just goes to show the strengthening depth of the division as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, it's just a very competitive race, and that's just the way it is. It's a bigger field than normal as well. So looking forward to it now.
Absolutely right. Bruno Bastum, I think, came second here in a novice race.
He's course and distance. One of Collins' horses, I can't think of the name.
Oh, Reserve Tank, yeah.
Yeah, that was it, Reserve Tank.
Reserve Tank. So, course form is obviously very important. Your ride on Friday, Strong Glance. Maybe just didn't get the run of things at Cheltenham, but he ran a blinder here back in October, I believe it was, over course and distance. Yeah. Obviously, he's had a couple of good spins on the flatted Linkfield as well. And what's your hopes for him on Friday?
He's a very good horse. He said he's good form here in October. Cheltenham didn't go. He just made a mistake at the wrong time, and then he probably lacked a little bit of speed as well. So a bit of both. He kind of was a little bit outpaced, made a mistake, and then I couldn't even get into it because of the mistake. So here we are. But that's the grade of race he's running at. He could finish in the first 10 in this and run well, if you know what I mean. It's a very, very competitive race. It's over 20 runners. So look, he needs a bit of luck in running because he's a hold-up horse, but look, hoping he can give a good run and come back safe and sound.
Absolutely right, and I think obviously the decorations haven't been confirmed on this sort of Thursday afternoon, just before the Grand National. Have you got any ideas? I think Paisley Park, will he be going for the? Yeah,
Paisley runs. Yeah, he runs on Sunday, or Saturday. Sorry. He seems great. He come out of Cheltenham well, so look, he'll have a great chance. I suppose he's got Tyne Hill this time to take on. Who didn't go to Cheltenham for obvious reasons, and then there's a few more. Obviously, haven't seen the final field yet, so we don't know. But really looking forward to him, as you would be every time you ride him, to be fair.
Yeah, Emma Lavelle said she just feels that not being able to get that kind of running the cleave. I mean, if anything, he showed plenty of heart in the Stayers Hurdle, because I know he was kind of off the bridle a bit. You were pushing along sort of a fair way out, and he still plugged on and finished ahead of a few horses who probably had a slightly better running of things than he did. Do you feel that next season, with kind of 3 runs heading into Cheltenham, will that suit him better even as he's a year older?
Yeah, I suppose a year older. I suppose when you look at Florian Porter, was a 6-year-old. He's got age in his side. We're 9, aren't we? So, but look, his form this year really has been very good, to be honest. He ran really well at Cheltenham. I'd imagine a bit slower ground might have suited, but that's just the way it is in these races. You just need to have everything in line before if you want to win them. And we were delighted with his run, and hopefully similar performance. Without a couple of those horses that were ahead of him in the stairs, should see him thereabouts really.
Yeah, it should be a great third instalment of that clash with Time Hill. Obviously, Richard Johnson in the plate at this time, but we're very much looking forward to it. And the Grand National itself, Aidan, have you got a ride? Do you know who you'll be on?
Yeah, I think at this moment I ride Balco de Flo, ex Gigginstown horse, still with Henry. Henry's a great trainer to ride for, as we all know. You don't need me to explain that. He's won a Ryanair. He's got some very good high class form back in the day. So look, I'm looking forward to the ride. He's been a great servant. He looks to be around plenty of tracks in Ireland and that. So hopefully I'll get a good spin in here.
Absolutely right, and I think you're obviously approaching 60 winners for the season. Yeah. Do you still kind of have goals and
no, not numbers,
or not for the end of the season? It's just to get as many winners as you can.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest, winners wise, numbers wise, as long as everyone's happy and we're riding winners. The numbers don't bother me anymore. They used to, but up until this year, I had a conscious effort to focus on quality rather than quantity. So. We've had some big winners on the board this year, and hopefully we get another one in entry. And I don't care about numbers, to be honest. Don't interest me.
No, like I said, that kind of mentality has obviously served you in good stead of late, hasn't it? And obviously again going up to Aintree, it's a fascinating 3 days. Should be especially in the wake of what's been a fantastic season for National Hunt, in spite of the fact that we've lacked crowds. And obviously, hopefully this time next year we'll have crowds there as these horses and yourselves as jockeys deserve. It's great to just have this meeting, obviously with the cancellation last year. And obviously we wish you the very best of luck, Aidan, and obviously hope that you have a very, very fruitful Grand National Festival. Thank you for speaking to UK.
Very much. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Lovely.